Welcome back to Cactus Core Plays Super Mario Odyssey. My name is Kevandre.
My name is Bobby.
Last time we ventured through the Lake Kingdom.
Right, we're talking about the things we stick on our vagina and what Garrison sticks in his vagina.
Yeah, which is just manga.
Right.
That's it. And we were supposed to get 8 moons. I got more than that.
Yeah, at least a few more.
Yeah.
You probably need to calm down.
So next we're going to the Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah, gotta get wood.
Gotta get wood. Gotta get wood.
I want to say it was Shaun of the Dead, where Ed just had a shirt that says, "Got wood."
Yeah.
Yeah. I want that shirt.
I'll get it.
I'm
And wear it to work.
I'm not gonna. What? I got the hiccups.
Hiccups are a mistake.
I'm not gonna wear a shirt to work that says "Got wood." Maybe "Got corrugated," because that's mostly what we deal with.
That's true.
Yeah.
Get in the ship before it flies away. You're gonna drown because there's not enough air in the sky.
What?
He's gonna eat that box.
Yeah. Cat's over here eating a box. Is your cat okay?
Cats love eating boxes, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I love eating boxes too, just not the cardboard ones.
Whoever heard of a wedding with a stolen dress? Let's get after that tactless fiend.
My parents' wedding had a dress from Hot Topic.
That is a fine dress. Next, let's read up on the Wooded Kingdom. According to this guide, there's a giant greenhouse that is filled with flowers. It's famous for its beautiful soiree bouquet.
That's awfully nice.
I'm about that soiree bouquet life.
I'm about those sponge monkey lives.
This motherfucker. He says, "Meow."
If you don't know what a sponge monkey is, look up Quizno's sponge monkey.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's fantastic. I love those commercials so much.
So, this level is awesome. I really, really like it. Before we do anything, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
So, it's this whole wooded area, right, with these robots.
Yes.
And their whole thing is that they want to water and grow things inside this kingdom.
Okay.
And if you look at it, it's just a giant sky dome. So we're just in an enormous greenhouse.
Sounds good.
And it's so unusual to be melding all these different things together into this kingdom. And I really like it.
What's unusual so far about it?
Everything that I just said. The mechanical thing with the trees and flowers thing is very unusual, and I dig it. I'm super into it. Also, there's a Sphinx here.
Is it? Okay, the Sphinx is a bit unusual. Everything else just seems like okay.
Greetings, traveler, and to your hat as well. Can you answer my riddle? What does the monster want from this kingdom? He wants flowers, asshole. You are correct. Perhaps that wasn't much of a riddle. Anywho, proceed.
Excuse me. How did your butt make it through that wall, dear Sphinx? Answer me that riddle.
How did it not? But also, this song is awesome. And it's like a 60s surfer music. Which should not work with the way that the robots and the greenery and everything mixed with surfer music. It's so strange. And yet,
yeah,
it's great.
Ah, you're a cabbage.
You're a cabbage.
Or whatever the fuck this thing is.
Look, don't worry about it.
Is it a cabbage? What is this?
It's like a boy.
Brussels sprout? Because you sprout legs up?
I don't really know. There are a lot of things that were made specifically for this game. And I'm looking at a nut! The nut round the corner.
What are we going to have Mario do? Well, it's going to be in a giant dome with surfer music, and we're just going to have him going around busting nuts.
Yeah. Look, man, stop selling. I'm already
Dude,
sold.
Nintendo gets high as fuck when they come up with some of these levels.
And I am 100% okay with that. Shoutouts to Yoshiaki Koizumi.
Sometimes it just makes me kind of go, what the fuck?
Keeping it real, son. Sonny Jim.
They're obviously speaking to a unique generation. Which, speaking of, it's hard sometimes to record YouTube shows with somebody from a different decade, you know? Just, there's that generational gap there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you understand...
What, just the 80s thing?
Yeah. Because you're obviously from the 90s.
Right, I am from the superior decade.
I'm not so sure about that.
The only thing that your decade does better than mine is action movies.
We had action movies.
That's it.
We had drugs.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We are the Dare generation.
The 80s, let's face it, well, the 80s had better drugs.
The 80s is a garbage decade, aside from, like, some CDs and its action movies.
Spoken like a true 90s kid.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
As everyone should be, because the 90s is the best.
No. The 90s had power suits and windbreakers.
I'm
Let's be real
I'm
here.
not saying that I want to go back to the 90s. Because I like my high-speed internet and my Netflix and basically everything about today aside from certain things.
Yeah, the convenience of DoorDash and Amazon is unbeatable.
Yes. Though, there are some things that I do miss, like not knowing what's going to happen next in Harry Potter or whatever, you know what I mean?
Kind of. But those are more semi-permanent things.
I'm all about semi-permanent things. I don't like permanent.
Well, I mean, if you go back to the 80s with the Harry Potter books and you don't know how they're going to happen.
You don't know that they're going to exist at all.
Right. Is that better than just having read them?
I think that if I were to pick a decade to go back to, it would probably be the 2000s.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'd be like one
What's-
decade I definitely wouldn't want to go back to.
What's the rules here? Do we go back to what age we were at that time, or do we go back as our current selves? And let's just say, for the sake of it, that you can't just like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back with my current knowledge and invest in Google and become a billionaire. Let's just say that that's not on the table right now.
Right, you would just go back as either your young self or go back as an adult self.
Right.
And roughly the same situation you are now, and that's pretty much all you're ever going to get.
You just get to experience things as they were then, not necessarily including taking advantage of becoming a billionaire based on things that you know are going to blow the fuck up.
Yeah, if you try to invest in Google or something like that, God will just show up and be like, ha 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 ha, no.
Yeah.
And somebody else would just get rich off of you because you end up owing like $1 billion in taxes and you just
Exactly.
get fucked over, and your life no better than where you started.
So, not
Okay.
including that.
Okay.
What are we talking here? Are we gonna be an adult, or are we gonna be the age that we were then?
Well, I definitely don't want to be the... Let's go ahead and go with adult.
Okay.
Because if it was the age I was then the 2000s would suck, because I'd still have to go back to school.
See,
And no thank you.
that's part of why I'd like to do that. I really liked school. If I can go back at the age I was then, but with my current knowledge, I think I would like school quite a bit more.
I would not. I would hate it even more.
Exactly. You could fire all of the fucking teachers, not just some of them.
Well, I wouldn't fire all of them. I did have a few good teachers.
Oh, just most of them,
Yeah, just most of them were god-awful.
because the South.
No, because school is bad.
Oh. That's what I keep trying to tell people who keep complaining about, like, college tuition. I'm like, there's no point anyway, just don't go.
Yeah, there are a few things that are worth going for if you need a very specific advanced certification. Like if you're going for electrical engineering, there's a lot of stuff that you have to have access to train in a controlled environment. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I can agree with college on that one. Chemistry, same situation. There's a lot of stuff that I had to play with and learn that I would not ever gotten the chance to in just a normal lab that's
Sure.
running.
But, like, going to write... I mean, I guess that's also good if you have a good teacher like Jim Butcher did, right? But, like, I think that a lot of the time it's just like, oh yeah, just write whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, honestly, just submit it onto Reddit and just be like, hey, I'm thinking about this. Take all the comments and then grow from that.
Yeah.
You'll learn what to discard because some people are assholes. And you'll occasionally come across a good point. You're like, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And you'll just grow there.
It's a great point, Nando.
Yeah, thanks, Nando.
Sorry, I'm referencing mostly nitpicking. It's like the thing of the show, the catchphrase. DJ says, that's a great point, Nando.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that just on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't recall that in his Nando V Movies episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, DJ's not in the
Okay.
videos.
I could be wrong, though. You watch a lot more Nando than I do.
That is true.
You just generally watch a lot more everything than I do.
That is true. I haven't watched The Boys yet. I keep wanting to, and I keep not doing it.
I did. It's a fine show. I like Carl Urban.
Carl.
That kills people, Carl.
Carl, stay back.
Yeah, The Boys was surprisingly good, especially the first few episodes. It kind of dies down and loses some of its edge. The later episodes, I think there's only like 8 episodes. They're kind of long episodes, though. And the ending you see coming from a mile away. Beside
Unlike
it.
some endings.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just other things that I've binged recently.
Oh. Oh. I see.
Yeah. I too.
Do you want to tell them what you're talking about, or is it just...
I don't want to spoil it.
You don't have to spoil it. You can just say, hey, that came out of left field.
Yeah. So I watched the Veronica Mars season 4, and for the most part, when I was watching it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is all right." And then the ending ruined everything. So if you're a big fan of Veronica Mars, I guess watch it. Just know you're going to be really irritated by the end. And if you're a big fan, you've already watched it anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. A few of our friends have even reached out specifically to see if we've watched it so they can complain about it.
Yeah. True. Very upsetting.
The best part of it is Honky Keith.
Yeah, that part's pretty great. Bobby hasn't watched it. I just told him about it.
Right. I don't have the patience that he does for some of Veronica Mars's extra bits.
It is not nearly as white as it was before. It is much more a show made for today now.
Oh, I guess you're just dying. Okay.
Yeah. Which is good, because I didn't want to climb that thing again.
Yeah.
Except that I have the fast travel point here, so I wouldn't have to anyway.
So are you just saying that you did it dumb? Is that what you...
Yeah, I was trying to get back around.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we were clear that you're goofy.
You get to do his voice.
Oh, because of my louder...
And you get to shoot your goo, so...
Shoot my goo.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Go ahead.
Why am I shooting my goo?
Look, man, don't worry about it. You're gonna shoot your goo.
I don't want to shoot my goo on the channel. I'm goo shy.
Hi, Cat.
Hi, Cat. Alright, so scoot back a bit because this gets loud. Too late, chumps!
Jesus
We
Christ.
snagged the soiree bouquet already! I like doing this voice. Now, why don't you scram so we can grab the rest of the flowers as well? Or maybe I'll just make you scram.
Alright, well, Bobby needs to go to the next county next time he does that.
I like doing that voice.
He's gonna shoot his goo.
He is not goo shy. Lucky bastard. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can shoot it that far, go for it, I suppose. I'm gonna call this little rabbit Peter North.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I hope Garrison gets that reference.
Shoot your goo, my goo.
There you go. Fuck him up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're not trying to make him make like a little pentagram thing there.
Make him make a dick.
Yeah, that too.
He's dead, Jim.
Why did you kill me?
Look, man, it's not appropriate to shoot your goo everywhere.
I disagree.
I think you agreed.
I do agree. I was leading up to a "cause I'm Catholic" joke, but it felt kind of wrong, so I kind of stopped halfway through. But I was already committed to the "I disagree" bit, so I got caught up there. Sorry about that.
I'm into the Catholic joke, though.
Yeah, it felt awkward, you know, too forced,
Yeah,
just like the Catholic.
just
Church.
like the Catholic Church, yeah.
If my mom ever watches
very-
these episodes, she's gonna kill me.
It's very childlike behavior.
You make it too easy, sir.
Yeah. I got some purple nuts.
Oh yeah?
Get my Rick costume.
Sugar water purple?
No.
Oh, you're becoming a Mario Donald's employee? The scientist visor.
Yeah.
That's... no.
I'm Plumber Rick! So, like, don't worry about it.
God damn it, Morty!
Yeah, that too.
In and out. 5-second adventure. Let's go.
Yeah. You think when that show comes back, what it's going to be like?
I think they're not gonna be able to hold up to the quality that it's known for,
Yeah.
and I think people have finally phased out on it.
Yeah, I think that it's so cringy to be into now that it's not going to be nearly as big of a deal as it was.
Yeah, the whole memes of, like, actually, Rick and Morty is a fantastic show that you're just not smart enough to get, that destroyed the fan base.
Yes, it did. It was just awful.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I, for the most part, like the show. I think it's good funny. But that's about it.
Yeah.
If somebody says, I don't get it, I'm like, you're right, that's kind of a poorly written joke. That's okay, though.
Cock and penis! Oh, I didn't die. And also Cat is here now.
Yeah, right on your cock and penis.
Well,
Because those are separate things for you. You got one on the left side.
I keep my blue cock hanging on my backside, only on the left side. Yeah, that's the correct side.
Yeah. And you get your penis on the right side.
Of course.
Okay. I don't know why Kevandre has a cock and a penis as two separate things.
Look, don't worry
And
about it.
one sticks on the crypt side.
And the other one's all bloody. Look, it's just a mess down there. Don't even bother inquiring.
So you have a crippled cock and a bloody penis.
Yeah, but two's better than one. So it's fine.
I feel in this case, it might be an exception to that rule. You don't need that.
There are some exceptions to some rules. Sure. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Look, I'm back to being this cabbage.
Your little Brussels sprout dude. That's okay. Oh,
Bye,
hey.
bro.
Can you, like, Kirby him up, just eat him, and get Fireball?
Yes, I can.
Because right now it seems like he's about to kill you.
That's
Alright.
fine. There we go.
Nice.
No!
Going around just busting nuts.
Yeah, man.
Inside of tunnels, next to homeless turtles,
Who do you think you are going around
Just-
busting nuts?
drinking that fire water.
That's racist.
Is it?
Probably. Arr!
I thought it was only racist if you were talking about fire water in relation to Native Americans, and not just calling alcohol in general fire water.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We are not the ones who get to decide.
That's
so
true.
You tell us.
Yeah, if somebody says that's racist, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I guess I didn't
Fair
know.
enough. We are the whitest boys, so we have to take your word for it.
That's right.
I'm being completely serious, by the way. I'm not being facetious at all.
I'm being a little bit facetious.
Purper,
Purper? Kitty kitty.
look at this good boy.
Because I've been around a lot. I've been to places where being the white person is not okay. So I know a little bit more than what he would be implying by saying the whitest person. He has never left the greater Sacramento area,
Well-
except for like maybe a week at a time.
Yeah, I've gone on vacations or whatever.
Yeah. So he is, you know, honkified.
I am quite honkified. It is true. Pull the liver to get the seed. It's that easy. Except then you miss. It's an important part of the game.
You will never find anyone more honky than Kevandre.
Except for Keith.
Except for Keith. But it's even then, it's pretty close. That's why I call Kevandre Honky Keith.
I really would appreciate it if you wouldn't do that.
But I do.
Except now that it's Keith Mars, so I'm okay with that. I'm more okay with that.
I still gonna call him Honky Keith.
It's a very strange thing that he called me. Honky Keith. They're
One
in the
day-
line for the bathroom.
One day I was just calling him Honky. And I'm like, but it doesn't have enough sting. It's lost its oomph.
What's the widest name he could think of?
Yeah.
And it was Keith.
So he became Honky Keith.
So, that's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's how our things go. Hey, fuck up those things. Are you still missing at least one move?
Yes, I do need at least one more. But I'm going to become a rocket.
Oh. Okay. Do you need to put on your raccoon uniform?
Squadala.
Why does the rocket have a mustache?
Why not? It's going to hit at the top of the greenhouse. The skybox, just like real life.
What did you just say to me?
I like to do this thing with, as you guys already know, I like to do this thing with Bobby where I like to be like the devil's advocate, even though I don't actually believe those things.
He does it so much and so well that I'm not sure what he actually believes.
That's a good point. I like to be ambiguous on a purpose. But, yeah, so like I started this flat earth bullshit, which is complete bullshit, and I do not ever think that I believe in that.
Right, because it's very obviously not true.
Yeah. But anyway, so I like to troll him, basically. And I talk about, like, the Earth skybox and what's on the outside of the Earth. Mm-hmm. It's just a loop.
Yeah, the moon actually isn't real, it's just like a projection.
Yeah. The moon was put there by God to test our faith.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just like dinosaur bones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And God also... see, the Earth is just a nickel that God uses. He's got hella. And they're all very similar. But, like, some of them, you know, got, like, a little different guy on it. Some of them are Earth. Some of them... Look, man, every other planet, round as fuck. Earth, though? I don't know.
Just flat.
Yeah, like your mom.
Okay. I wouldn't call my mom flat, just, you know, tiny. My mom's a very small lady.
I've never met her, so I have no idea. I'm missing Uno.
Probably up there, in the top somewhere.
I found it.
Hooray! I'm so proud of you.
As you should be.
Now go collect that flat moon piece.
Foggy, you making this place all foggy?
Yeah, you gotta light a torch to light the way. Yeah,
Suck
he
his
will do shit like that nonstop. Just, oh yeah, Earth's actually flat. Did you know?
Yeah.
He'll do it in the car. He will do it at work.
I'll do it here. Redfish, bluefish, something.
Yeah.
Would I, could I in the car?
All the damn
Would I, could
time.
I on the channel?
And if it was just kind of like, so did you hear about this? Like, this is what they're saying. And he would resent like, this is what they're saying. Just to hear me rant about how, no, that's dumb as fuck. Are you kidding me right now? What the hell?
And then I'll just get in on that shit.
But he doesn't. He acts like it's 100% real. For an hour. Or more.
Yeah, it's great. That Goomba is so horny for all of this stack of Goombas. And now I'm gonna crush her dreams like I'm gonna crush their fucking skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Murder. Just happened. You were there. Foggy was there. I was there.
Part of that just reminded me of a little commercial that I saw. Commercial? Skit? YouTube video thing? Anyways, what it was obviously a joke kind of thing. Oh, sorry, just hit the cable. And it was people going around saying, I'm an anti-vaxxer because... And they were the pretentious assholes. So it was like, I'm an anti-vaxxer because I've clearly done my research. And I was like a hipster at a coffee shop. It's like, you know, if it only took me 2 years to get my political science degree, why does it take doctors 8? Clearly, they're not smart as I am.
Yes.
Right? As if that's relatable. And it's stuff like, I'm an anti-vaxxer because I can never ever be proven wrong about anything. I'm an anti-vaxxer because asserting this and saying that I'm smarter than other people lets me have some interesting bits in my otherwise incredibly mediocre life.
I agree.
Shit like that. And
Cock and penis and balls and shit.
and then they have a moment where it's just like, actually, at the end of the day, if I'm being completely honest, it's because I fucking hate kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
See, Bobby could become an anti-vaxxer if you posed it that way.
I am 100% pro vaccines unless you have a very valid medical reason. So some people have immune system complications. They're not viable for certain vaccines. That's completely understandable. Those vaccines would be too rough for their immune system to handle. That's a legitimate medical reason. You thinking that's going to give your kid autism is not, because it won't. You're a fucking idiot for believing that.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Penn and Teller's episode on vaccinations. Did that make you watch that?
I'm not sure.
It's really good.
I know, I've seen it on YouTube, but I don't think I've actually watched it.
Yeah. I mean, there's the bit where they're just chucking the balls, which is a very good, visual metaphor.
Right,
but
because
also
Penn and Teller's balls are, what I want in every video.
Of course.
Not joking about that, by the way. Hit me up.
But hey, cat. Maybe not. Maybe let's not do that. Let's go over here instead. Thank you. Anyway, so there's an excellent visual metaphor in the beginning where Penn is throwing balls at a bunch of something, bowling pins or something.
Okay.
But there's also just a full episode talking about their research, because Penn and Teller Bullshit is actually a really good show, where they do a lot of scientific research and talk to experts and stuff.
Yeah.
In a very interesting way. Have you ever watched that show in general?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think I've ever watched a full episode thing. So.
Yeah, it's good. I watched one about circumcision, and there was a guy who was trying to regrow his foreskin, which was really interesting. And then you saw his dong, and I was like, oh, I didn't care for that. But
yeah, I don't need to see that.
It was still a pretty interesting episode in general.
Okay.
Yeah, just watch Penn and Teller Bullshit. It's mostly just on YouTube, I think.
Okay. But yeah, vaccinate your kids.
And foreskin. People. I'm a lot more about that life than Bobby is.
Yeah, I'm largely indifferent to that one. Hooray, another move.
Just in case you need another eyelid. Gotta keep it for later. Isn't that what Mark said at work? It's exactly what he said.
Yeah, that sounds like something Mark would say.
Yeah.
Work with this guy named Mark. Great guy. But Jesus Christ, some of the weird ass shit he says.
It's pretty great sometimes. Because Bobby was doing this Family Feud thing.
Because at work we do a little... I look up Family Feud questions, and I'll write the question up on the whiteboard. And then at the end of the day, I'll go over the answers. And whoever wins is just like a little... Hey, you won. Congratulations. And we put up all sorts of fun, dumb shit answers up there. Nick Cage is a regular participant. We call him up and be like, hey, here's a question. He'd be like, oh shit. Declaration of Independence.
But my movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so one time, Bobby has, what social event would you not like to crash?
Yeah.
And one of the answers on the board was, like, a bris, right?
Yeah.
And Mark's just like, well, just in case you need an extra eyelid.
I don't know why he said that.
It made me have a giggle. It was really funny.
But yeah, if you're doing, like, wedding crashing or whatever, go for it. Funeral crashing, a bit less tactful, but sure, whatever. Don't crash a bris. That's just rude.
Don't even go to the ones that, you're invited to. Also, don't get invited to bris.
Well, I don't think you can control that bit.
Like, man, I don't want to see that. The little guillotine, I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Not about that.
Is that what you really think goes on? It's just a little guillotine?
Look, man, I saw that South Park episode.
Yeah, and I've seen Robin Hood Men in Tights 2. Yeah. It's not Men in Tights 2 as in the sequel, Men in Tights TOO.
I wish that there was a sequel.
That would be great. Mel Brooks needs to just always keep making more movies.
And drama kids with their Men in Tights. And Sorbet.
Oh yeah? They're sorbet.
Yeah. You feel me?
No. No, I don't.
Why not?
What the fuck does a sorbet have to do with the thing?
They're drama kids.
And they just like sorbets?
Yeah. They like anything that's like a sweet treat. As we've discovered. Soufflé, perhaps, as well?
Drama kids and soufflés. Okay.
Yeah. It's the name of the episode.
Is it
It is now.
drama kids and soufflés?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta pray to the god of soufflés. Pray to the god of suplex. Which is the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Soufflé and souplex. Same thing.
I confuse those all the time.
I believe that you do. That doesn't mean they're the same thing. I think that just means you confuse those things.
That's fine. He's just perplexed.
I don't understand.
He's perplexed like he got sued. And then he came out of the oven all fluffy.
Yeah, but then somebody screamed and I was like, "Aw," and became unfluffy.
Yeah.
Because that's the joke.
Yeah, you put the, what's that boner pill?
Viagra.
That one. I wanted to say Vicodin, and then I wanted to say Valium, and then I want
If you put Vicodin, Valium, and
Viagra in a souffle.
Viagra in a souffle, I'd eat the shit out of that.
That'd be a great souffle.
I would die so fast, but it would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm super into it.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I mean, you're gonna die, but you'll die happy.
Right, and that's all a drama kid could ask for.
That is all the drama kid could ask for. Also, before we call it, let's go to the extra bit. Squadala.
There's an extra bit? Oh. The deep woods.
Yeah.
It's like the deep web. This is where all the good porn is found.
Oh, no. I became a mossy rock, so Eevee can evolve
Oh, okay.
into Leafeon.
Well, that's kind of disappointing, but we all
become
gotta
a
do
pine
it.
tree. It's Christmas time.
Whee! What the fuck is going on in the deep woods here?
It's dark.
Okay, I get that. Oh, hello.
And it's your friend with his hat.
So he has a hat, so you would have to knock it off first?
Yes, that's right. It means I can't just take control of him right now.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So he patrols down here.
Oh, ho, ho.
He was trying to climb the tree. What a piece of shit. Come at me, bro. That's right, bitch. Made him run into the wall, so now I can control him.
And now he's got a fine mustache, I assume. Yes, indeed.
As he should.
You gonna kill this one too, you piece of shit?
Perhaps. I'm gonna murder some trees first.
Why you gotta do this?
It's just the life that I'm about.
Oh hey, look at this neat thing. I'm gonna destroy it.
It's the American way.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes. Have you met America?
Yeah, we have the most beautiful of all things.
And we've destroyed most of them.
Oh, no. We have not.
Nice mountain. Would be a shame if we carved some white guys into it.
It wasn't a nice mountain before.
Later, bitch.
It was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. No one noticed a damn thing about it.
I murdered the shit out of that T-Rex. He's back now. But, you know.
I hope he murders you.
It's fine. He's gonna try. But he's the Goob. The Goob Rex.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's my name too. Whenever I go out, people want to shout Goob Rex.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah, that's my name too.
It better not be.
Work man.
That's too much of a name.
Whenever I go out, people shout that shit.
Why?
Look, man, they're into it.
Are they?
They think it's a great name.
I don't think they do. John Jacob Jingleheimer. See, it's the Jingleheimer that gets me. If I met somebody named John Jacob Schmidt, I'd be like, wow, okay, you had unimaginative parents, but sure, how you doing? But if I met somebody who had any part of their name was Jingleheimer, I'd be like, no. No, it is not.
Nah, bro, it is.
No.
It's mine. It's mine too.
It
There's
is
multiple people with that name. There are dozens of us.
No, there are not.
Oh.
I don't even care if it's Arrested Development, you know, Tobias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
He's a never nude.
Yeah. There are literally dozens of us.
I'm a never nude too. Anyway.
What?
What?
It's not generally true?
No, I said that's generally true. Look, man, I'm not about that naked life.
Yeah, some people who just run around in the nude, I mean, good for you. I'm glad you got the confidence. I'm not about that.
Yeah.
I like having my junk covered.
Exactly. Only if I'm getting in the shower. You know what I mean?
Getting in the shower or getting busy.
Or getting it in, but that's just not a thing right now, so
Right.
it just doesn't happen. Squad-a-la. No, don't fall. Thank you.
Just barely, though. You should have died.
It's all good, baby, baby. It was all a dream. Used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and have it deep in the limousine.
Did you ever read Word Up magazine?
Yeah, because I'm a 90s kid. Non-conforming it can be. You'd be non-conforming too if you look just like me.
I don't think you've ever read Word Up magazine.
It's like Cleopatra with the eyes of a pig.
What?
Hope to see you in the backyard when I go out to dig.
Alright, so I think I broke Kevandre, but it's a little over 30 minutes. Do we want to go ahead and start doing our shoutouts?
How does that roll? How does it?
Poorly.
Yeah, let's do shoutouts.
Okay, because this one's gotten a bit fucking weird.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, so this one is matching with my last shoutout. Last time I did Oreo. This time it's going towards a YouTuber called The Musical Ghost. And he also teamed up with Oreo and Adriana to do a video thing. Musical Ghost will take music and he will do covers of just like the instrumentals bit. And it'll turn into like jazzy, synth, pop, funk, stuff like that. It's been some very interesting covers. I imagine it makes a lot of plainer sounding songs that are meant to be listened to repetitively more exciting to do a cover for. So using some of his as a basis to do a cover song if you're adding vocals probably works out a lot better. Looking at some of his stuff, I really like it. I like the presentation where usually he'll have like a picture of something relating to the song or where it came from. And in the back, you'll have the little wave audio beat things. So it's sort of like the spikes on a recording thing.
Sure.
He'll have that going on and matching with the music. So it's pretty cool. I really like the presentation and I like the songs. And I think it can make for some very interesting backing tracks for vocal covers.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to do a shout out to him. I like his work. Or her work, I'm not sure.
So previously we've done a shout out to Epicurious, the YouTube channel. But specifically, we were talking in regards to their expert thing. Where,
yeah, I guess the price point on a whole bunch of
price
shit.
points, that's what it's called. Where the mustard expert tests the shitty mustard and the good mustard and tells you which one is more expensive.
Right, turns out it's all just shitty mustard.
Yeah, because every mustard is shitty mustard.
Right. And the knife expert gets things fairly right.
And he fucking has an orgasm over the Valerian steel.
Yeah, over the Damascus blade and all that stuff. Yeah. There's nothing exactly wrong with what he said. It just wasn't enough compounded on it.
His fingers were his resume.
Yeah. Dude's definitely been in the business long enough and knows what he's talking about. But I doing bladesmithing and all that stuff like I do, there's a bit more details that you can get into it, and you're less impressed by certain things.
Sure, but I'm
So-
sure that he was trying to dumb down a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, so I don't know how much he knew.
Anyway, so today we were eating pizza because I woke up and wanted pizza.
And that's where our life is at this point.
Yeah. And so on my fancy new 4K TV, I turned on YouTube, and the first thing that it recommended was Epicurious videos called Amateur versus Food Scientists.
Or amateur 2 food scientists.
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
So it's got 3 different guys. First one is what they call a level 1 chef, who's a guy named Steven, who just kind of does like, I know kind of how to make this. So he'll like make pancakes, and he put an entire cheesecake into it.
Which was fucking awesome. I've never seen that before.
And then there's a level 2 scientist, which is a lady named Beth, who she's like an old Italian grandma.
Right, and she knows what she's doing.
She does.
She has lots of stories, and she always goes, I'm making this for this grandson, or I'm making this for my husband, who only likes it this way. Stuff like that. She's really fun to watch.
Yeah. And then there's the level 3 chef, who is like an actual professional chef who does that particular thing. And those people get very fancy, and I tend to not really want what they make.
Right.
I am not a fancy kind of person.
They have good tips, but the overall final thing is weird.
Like I would probably pick Steven or Beth over the third person almost every time.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But yeah, it's really interesting to watch. And then there's a young lady at the end who she whips out her little pointing stick, and she like points and tells you the sciencey reasons why things are the way they are in like the pancake or the pizza or whatever.
Right, so she'll explain like baking soda and baking powder as chemical leaveners and all that stuff, and how they're releasing CO2, so that way that's what you're looking for in the bubbles in pancakes, and why you only want to flip it once because it keeps them extra fluffy, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I really like it. So I'm going to definitely watch more of those soon.
It's addictive to watch.
Yeah.
And the level 1 chef and 2 chef, want to say I've seen different people on there. They just seem to like, once they find somebody for that role, they'll have them do like 6 or 7, 8 episodes at least. Because why not? You've established their skill level, go for it. But the professional chef usually changes, at least.
So, but yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. So go look it up on Epicurious YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I need to figure out who that food scientist chick is. If she has like her own channel where she does stuff.
Yeah, she's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
Look, her whipping out that little bitty pointer steak and smacking a blackboard brings back certain memories.
Bobby
from
has a
school
teacher
grades
fetish.
that I didn't really know about until very recently.
Until this morning.
So I need to find her
Yeah. So,
and see if she's got more videos.
yeah. But, alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.